Alright, we're going to be looking at the select query, and we're going to be querying this select. We're going to be querying it from this table, and the database is called people, and inside people database we've got a table called residents, and this is a table called residents. Okay, and we're going to be basically using a select from here. So we're going to be using a select from here to actually select these columns: the ID, the name, the last name, and the email and the password. Okay, and it's not going to appear on the browser even if you said I'm going to select it over here. Even if you said I'm going to select it from here, it's not going to appear on the browser unless if you print it out over here with echo, right? With echo. So basically, what we're going to see the results on the browser. Okay. So what we're going to be seeing is the column email. Then we're going to be seeing the passwords next to the email. Now there's a small little structure over here, and so first we got the email columns, and then we've got a space which is there, and then we've got the password showing. Okay, and every time you print out something separate, for example, you've got the row email, and then you want to add space, which is, as you can see, there's empty characters here. So we use this full stop to add a space, not because there's a space over here, but because there's see, the space comes from there. The full stop, what it actually does is that it allows, it just allows you to concatenate separate things. So for example, this is one thing, the emails, and this is another thing, the password, and even that space over there counts as something to be printed out. So it's shown here, that space thing. If you want to add, for example, the websites, for example, what you're going to be doing, row website, and then we save the file. Remember, you have to add a full stop. Save it and click refresh. It's not going to work because you haven't selected website in here. See, it's empty. It doesn't mention website over here. But what we did, we have only selected the name, the ID, the last name, the age, the email, and the password, but we haven't put website here. And the only reason why we're actually being shown the email and the password is because this is the only thing that we defined. So we defined that we want an ID, a name, a last name, an email, and a password, but we said that we specifically want to see the email on the browser, as you can see, the email on the browser, and then we specifically want to see the password on the browser. So now you need to add the website in the query, because this is the area that actually gets it from your table, the database table, and we're going to add the website column now. So row is actually the row, and then we add these two symbols, as you can see. Two speech marks. Inside we put the website. We put website in, and then we add the full stop and save it now. shouldn't give you an error. Yeah, it's showing us the website. But if you look specifically, we've got a space between. If you look specifically, you've got a space between the email and the password, but you don't have a space between the password and the website. It's kind of stuck together. So what we do, we have to specifically add a space. Okay, so we're going to add two speech marks, quotation marks. Then we need to add a space. Okay, and then we need to add a full stop, so that we can actually say that when we are adding separate things, when we add an email and a password and a website, and we need to add basically these full stops because we're adding separate things. So when adding the email and then the password and then the website, we actually kind of adding full stops because we're adding separate things. If you look specifically over here, we've got two websites being shown. So if you look, we've got www.books.com, and then again it repeated www.books.com. That's actually a good mistake to be shown because we actually specified that we want to see website twice. Can you see? It says raw website, but it says here raw email, raw password, and then raw website, and then raw website, because we have two rows of website. So we take that off. Alright, take it off. And if you look at the code, it should be one line. See, row, and then space, which we got a space between the email and the password, and then we need a space. Behind the password specifically. So, okay, so we've got space here, and then you need to add a full stop because you're connecting two items. Okay, imagine these as being items. Imagine this is as being an item, and you need to connect separate items. Even something as small as space needs to be connected with a full stop. With other, even this space becomes an item. That becomes an item of email columns, of password columns, of website columns, and then that is a space, and then the full stop connects separate items together in one process, which is the echo process. We save that, nice and clean. We refresh. What we get is the emails, and then space, and then a book cover, and then space, and then the website. Clean, right? But now somebody says to me, where is this? Somebody asks specifically, where is this BR tag over here? Where is this BR tag over here? And somebody asks, what is this BR tag? It's actually something that allows you to. So basically, you're gonna understand now. When we say while row equals to result fetch ASOC, what we're doing is we're having one row where we have the email, the password, and then the website, and then it goes back again, and after that it creates a break. Okay, so it's like clicking enter, and then again it looks for email, website, and so it prints off in one line. It doesn't print out. It doesn't print out in. It doesn't print it out as a column. It doesn't print it out as a column. What the PHP is doing is actually printing out in separate rows. So it prints out in one row. This is the first row printed, and then the second row printed, and then the third row printed. Specifically the email, the password, and the website. The email and the password and the website. So this is one row. This is another row. Then a break, and then another email, password, website. Then a break. Then another email, password, and website, then a break. It keeps on doing that until you have this whole thing showing here, and that's how it's actually printed out. It's printed out in rows, not in columns. You see, in the one row of email, password, and website, and then a break. This just is a break, and then it fetches the second results, and then it does a break, and then it fetches the third result, and then it does a break. If you see over here, it says fetch, which means you're fetching it from, specifically fetching it from there. Alright, thank you, bye.